Assalamu alaikum. Today I want to talk to you about Asiya, the wife of Pharaoh, or Pharaoh of Egypt. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the Quran, "And for those of you who have faith in Allah, Allah has set forward a parable in the story of Pharaoh's wife when she prayed. She prayed, 'O my sustainer, build for me a mansion in paradise, but built by you, and save me from Pharaoh and his doings, and save me from the evil doing of all people.'" This was a woman who was born before Islam, so you can ask, how is she a Muslim woman? And the same can be asked about Eve and Mary. The reason that these women are part of my Muslim Women Can narrative is because they are amazing, extraordinary women who are held in such high regard in Islam, and they're mentioned in the Quran Sharif, and they're mentioned in Hadith, and they are set up by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and by the Prophet Muhammad as examples for Muslim women to emulate, and therefore they are part of this narrative. And the Pharaoh's wife, Asiya, she was such an integral part of ensuring that Muslim women had a practical, inspiring story to follow. When the magicians fell into sajda or prostration and declared their faith in Allah and accepted Musa alayhi salam as the Nabi of Allah or the Prophet of Allah, the wife of the Pharaoh, Asiya, she also declared her faith. And the Pharaoh began punishing her. He pegged her to the ground and exposed her to the midday sun. And subhanAllah, whenever he turned away from her, the angels would give her shade with their wings. And that's how she got through the punishments that were given to her in this world to test her faith. And he gave her a choice: either correct your belief or be prepared to be crushed by a huge boulder. And she chose to be crushed. And this was a testament to her ultimate belief. And as she was placed on the ground, she raised her sight towards the sky, and she saw her place in Jannah. Can you believe how immense of a relief or joy to be able to see your place in Jannah from this world? And she prayed, "O my sustainer, build for me a mansion in paradise by you, and save me from the Pharaoh and his doings, and save me from the doings of all evil people." And as she said this, her ruh actually left her body, her soul left her body, and then the boulder crushed her lifeless body. And so we can see here that, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala does send tests to us. He does test our sabr and our patience and our faith. But if we believe, He will always be there to catch us. He will always be there to save us. And Asiya's story is so inspirational that her sabr and her tests, her patience actually showed her her place in heaven, and the boulder didn't crush anything, because once your soul leaves your body is nothing. And the wife of Pharaoh chose faith. She chose faith over royalty. She could have had everything she wanted in this world, but she understood that this world is just temporary. And as a result, she became one of the 4 women cemented in Hadith as having perfected their faith. She changed the course of human history through her perseverance, her faith, and her courage. She's distinguished by sabr as one who has found the true friendship of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala through her unfailing steadfast in the face of hardships and sacrifice. From Asiya, wife of Pharaoh, wife of the Pharaoh, we learn perseverance. No matter what the punishment, even in the face of death, Asiya held on to her faith, and she chose that faith over royalty and riches. And in the end, that was all that mattered, because her ruh, her soul, was rewarded with the visions of her everlasting place in heaven. And as she left the body that no longer mattered, that body and this life are just ephemeral in nature, she knew that it was only her faith that would carry over into the next and more permanent abode. And so from Asiya, we learn that if you hold on to your faith, if you hold on to that friendship with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that gives you the strength to persevere in the face of any hardship that this temporary, transient world can provide, so that you have your place in heaven. Till next time, peace be upon you.